Welcome everybody to Renegades of the Drift. I am Calvin, I'll be your GM for this space game. Joining me are Ramon and Deanna playing Hekato and S. Say hello.
Hello guys.
Hey.
And we're gonna hop right into our next game here. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we start, or you just want to start rolling with the game?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Alright, cool. So, as you may recall, last game, we started off on the prison planet of Dagox 4, where we joined our two heroes, ? They were locked up for a certain crime, and while on this prison, they were forced to participate in sort of like prisoner fights by some corrupt guards. During this fight, they faced off against an Akashti and a Shirin. In the course of the fight, the Akashti died, and they left with the Shirin just as something crashed into the main control tower of Dagox 4, bringing it down and releasing them from the control collars that were strapped to them. After a brief fight with some guards, they escaped with the Shirin, whose name they learned was Satosh. They escaped sort of on this hovering train-like vehicle where they met the driver, a guard by the name of Price. With Price's instruction, they headed off to a facility that had sort of like a scrap shipyard where prisoners would come to do like basic mechanic work, something to keep their hands busy, stuff like that. They fought with the sub-warden of the area, and after defeating the dwarven sub-warden, they boarded a silver-looking ship called the Silver Bird. While boarding this ship, a friendly AI introduced itself. It attempted to pilot its way out, bumped into a few buildings on the way, and then they flew off just as they saw sort of this hellish-looking ship right outside the window. But hopping right back in where we left off, you are leaving the atmosphere of Dagox 4. Normally, you'd be used to seeing the sky with this sort of blue glowing membrane about it, but since the control tower went down, that field seems to have disappeared. So eventually, within just some time, you find yourself out in space as the sky gets darker and darker, and now before you is the expansive field of space. The sheer infinite blackness with thin dots of light just off in the distance.
That's it's comforting. Freedom, ultimate, ever expanding freedom.
How does Price feel about this?
Well, it's interesting because as Hekato is saying this, you hear this sort of wheezing sound from just like in the crew area, and you would see Price there. He's sort of he's holding his head, he's pacing back and forth, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, what did I just do? What did I just do?"
I guess so I go over and try and a diplomacy check to try and calm down Price.
Sure, yeah. Roll me that diplomacy check as Price is just like suddenly realizing the weight of his decisions.
You got caught up in the moment.
That's sure did. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I rolled a 1.
So I mean, you're trying to calm him down, but he's just like, we fought a guard. I think he's dead. He exploded. He's definitely not alive. Oh gosh. Oh man, I am in so much trouble.
Well, that's a good thing we're never going back there then.
Yeah, Price, like don't look in the past, just look in the future at this ever expanding nothingness.
Yeah, but I'm an accomplice now. They're gonna send me to like an even worse prison. They're gonna have to build like a prison times 2.
Listen, Price, if you're gonna be, the reason why you're an accomplice is because you accomplished something. Now,
I mean, I guess I did.
You helped us get out of there.
We're friends now.
There's no going back.
Yeah, I guess there isn't, Price says as he sort of slumps against the wall. Zatosh, he sort of wanders back up. He kind of went around to look around the ship, and he says, "This is a pretty decent craft, and by decent I mean basically falling apart. I think I saw some parts put together with like tape over there. Are we sure this thing can fly?"
Um, I can make like a I'm not sure what check. I don't actually I knew that the ship was good,
Yeah.
and flyable, but I'm not. I guess like if we have time and we're just kind of flying, nothing's really happening right now. I guess I'll do a diagnostic on the ship. Just kinda
Yeah,
check things out.
you can you have like profession pilot or something, or actually computers or engineering. Sorry,
I do have
engineering actually, because this is a hardware thing. An engineering check.
engineering check. Yeah, I got engineering.
Yeah, you can take some time to
It's a 26.
26. It sure is flyable, but it's not in the best condition. You're not sure how long it's gonna last.
So we got to get it repaired.
Yeah. And actually, as you're sort of saying this, Satosh, he sort of leans in like, I think I might have an idea of where we can do that. Somewhere discreet.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm going
I know a person. They helped me out with some, let's say, transportation issues before I ended up in this prison. If they're still in business, they might be able to help us fix the ship.
Oh,
And-
wow, Satosh, you're so helpful all of a sudden.
Well, I am stuck here with all of you, so I gotta make the best of it. Plus, now that I'm out, I have to get back to my work, my projects. They can't go on without me.
What kind of projects?
Project-like projects.
Oh,
As,
okay.
as he sort of just barrels past that question. We should probably get going in a certain direction. Someone is going to show up, the stewards or some knights or someone is going to be coming after us eventually.
Yeah, okay.
This person I know, they operate out of the diaspora. We might be able to find them there still.
How far is that?
Well, with drift travel, both close and far, I imagine. I'm not really the expert here.
Yeah, so I hop back in the chair and
Yeah,
I
you
plug
can.
in. Yeah, I'm gonna plug in the coordinates and stuff and see if this thing can actually see if the drift engine actually works and plot the route or whatever we have to do.
Okay, so first off, I want both of you to give me a culture check, just in general, to see if you know, how much you know about the diaspora, or diaspora,
Diaspora?
however you would prefer to pronounce that word.
Oh, okay.
Well, I rolled a 1 and I have a
Okay.
negative 1.
Okay. So that's
So-
a big old 0.
I have a 25.
25. So, you only really know, of this asteroid belt. That's all you really know about this area. Hekato, you sort of know it a bit better. It's sort of like this long belt of various sized asteroid rocks, some of them large enough to live on. Some of them have certain resources for that mining companies are interested in. The thing about this area that's the most, I guess, prominent fact is that it's sort of like the central hub of pirate activity. There's a lot of illegal trade and such going on there, but most of what goes on is pirates sort of, attacking ships, taking their wares, that kind of thing. And that's sort of most of what you know of this area, because given your outlaw expertise, you do know of some of these pirate factions and some other underground criminal organizations sort of working in that area. Zatosh has mentioned that he knows someone who might be able to help with the ship, though.
Okay. Well, I mean, how does the ship feel about this?
So I guess if you were to ask the ship, it would be like, well, I kind of like flying and not crashing, and I'm pretty sure some of my parts are falling off even as we speak.
Okay.
Gotta do something about that then.
Okay, so first I need you to roll me a piloting check just to see if you can plot this course to the diaspora.
Okay. Cool.
You don't really know exactly wherein you're going. It is this large asteroid belt, so this is going to be kind of a difficult check.
Well, I mean, it's a ship repair bay. Could I make a culture check to help my piloting check?
You can add your outlaw bonus to the culture check, yeah, if you want to figure out like where this person might be. If you sort of actually even know who this person is, you might have an idea if you get a decent enough culture check.
I think my piloting thing gives me a bonus too, and I can make bonusing checks.
Well, this is less of a pilot thing and more of a criminal underworld thing.
Criminal underworld thing. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So piloting check.
So, yeah, you can do a piloting check once you want to make your route. You can do a culture check if you want to sort of get an idea of what you're looking for.
Okay, no, I'll just do the piloting check. I think my piloting's pretty good enough.
Okay.
I rolled a 14. Wow.
14. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
All right. So, what is the drift engine rating on the ship?
It's 2.
Okay. So, by your estimation, you should take about 3 days to reach where you want to go. Once you pilot into the drift.
Okay.
So the way drift travel works is that you do your piloting check just to sort of know the route, and then you figure out like how long it'll take, and then that's reduced by your ship's drift engine.
Okay.
So
yeah. It's a day then, right? Or is it 3?
3.
Okay.
Because I rolled really low on the number of days it'll take you. Lucky for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's not really much other minutiae and specifics to deal with. You do have to sit still for a bit as your drift engines sort of warm back up, and once you're motionless, you're able to punch into the drift, which is something I think, Hekato, you would probably be a bit more familiar with, as you probably experienced some yourself. You float into this sort of extra-dimensional space. You're seeing these clouds and swirls of pinks and purples rush by you in this sort of like gravityless infinite space that it's sort of like a space between planes that you can lean into and then pop out of to travel between areas faster. So normally this trip would take like years, but you can finish it in a matter of days instead.
So we're gonna have time to heal with this, right?
Yes, you will have time to heal. A 10-minute rest and a resolve point would get you all your stamina points back, and you get your resolve points. You would get those back by the end of a rest.
Mm-hmm.
As for your HP, you get 1 back every 8 hours of rest per level that you have.
Okay. Well, I think it's pretty important that I rest. I've only got 4 HP.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you're not really doing much else. You're kind of just on this ship with these two and the AI, basically for what you believe should be 3 days, according to Hekato's navigation.
Yeah, my math is right. I know math.
Mm-hmm.
So, should I just put my HP back to full? Can I do that?
Sorry, just give me 1
Well,
second.
like by the end, you know.
Well, you will have gotten 1 HP per character level for 8 hours of rest. You're level 3. So you would recover 9 naturally.
Oh.
But as you're doing this, Jhaotess says, well, you gave me a hand, so I guess I can do something for you. This is basically on, I guess, the second day of your trip. Jhaotess was off in his room doing something, you're not sure what, but he comes out looking a lot more refreshed than he ever did look whilst in the prison. and he just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, and he starts saying something in some mystic language that you don't really understand. But 10 minutes later, you gain 5 more HP.
Oh, well, thanks.
Are you back to full now? I don't know if you are.
I'm not, but I'm at 18.
Okay. Well, given that you're not fully back, he's also going to start moving his hands as he casts a spell, and he's going to give you... He's going to use up all his heals because he's not doing anything else. That's 7 more.
7 more.
Yeah.
18 plus 7.
Yeah.
25.
So, Hekato, as you're traveling through the drift, so you've been pretty much up in the pilot seat this entire time. You've been there with this AI.
Yeah.
It sort of offers a little bit of conversation. It's generally chipper and stuff like that, but anytime it gets close to the topic of how long this journey will take, it sort of starts to try and change the subject.
Oh, that's weird. Why? It's like...
Well, you know, I was going over the math, and it might take us an extra about day or so from what you thought it was. I didn't want to insult your math, you know, new captain and all that. I'm trying to make a good impression.
Well, that's okay. Please inform me when I make a mistake.
Okay, will do.
Yeah.
Well, since you asked, well, I mean, the way you wear your uniform is a little weird. I don't think it looks that great on you, and the greased back hair look, I mean, that's been out of style for years. I'm a ship, and I know that.
Okay, listen, Ship. I take out my gun and point it to the screen.
Oh no, not my screen.
Don't talk bad about my hair. It's cool.
I will file that data away to remember for later.
Just stick to the piloting and stuff, and I guess you leave me out of it.
So yeah, the little sort of like glowing eyeball image that's on the screen right now, it sort of looks like happy again as it just gets back to work. So yeah, in this time, if you want to, you can sort of take time to talk to any of the NPCs you've got sitting on the ship, or unless you just want to roll on to leaving the drift, whatever you guys want to do.
Is there anything on the ship that we didn't realize, because now we have some time to kind of search the place?
Yeah.
You got 24 for that engineering check, right? So I'll just use the same thing to say that, the systems are, I mean, they're definitely old looking. They're kind of out of date. They are functional, at least. There's something off about the computer. Give me a computers check.
It is 17.
Yeah, no, just there is something unusual about this setup. Can't quite put your finger on it.
Okay. Is it specifically the ship itself is just kind of
it's
weird?
with regards to the ship's computer systems.
Yeah.
Something unique about them.
I go back. I guess I quiz the ship and be like, so I mean, this is you're kind of like an AI for the rest of this tech around here.
I definitely am.
Yeah. So why are you in this ship? And what were you doing before you ended up on Dark? What's the planet called?
On Dagox 4 was the prison planet.
That's Dagox 4.
And then the eye sort of narrows and squints. Oh, well, I remember there was a bunch of other broken ships around me, and then someone was moving me, and I said hi to them, and they weren't very talkative, they weren't very nice at all. And then I ended up on that other planet, and there's a bunch of other people in uniforms like yours coming in and breaking stuff and fixing stuff and moving stuff around. And then there was so much dust. But I don't remember anything before that. I go and check. It's
I go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
The voice is like suddenly frozen, just stuttering, repeating over and over again. The eye closes for a brief second and then pops back up. So much dust everywhere.
Weird. Okay. I guess I can scoop through with the computer's logs and like data and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, as far as logs go, you do see like entries and exits, that type of thing. Actually, this would probably be another computer check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're on computers.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So
Well,
that would
you're-
be a 29.
You're basically able to see everything, but you're only able to see everything that there is there to see. As you're scrolling back through this ship's data log, you get the sense that it was picked up in some sort of scrap heap somewhere in the Pact Worlds. It looks like it was on Hekato, which is a planet that you know has like a lot of scrap yards. And it was picked up there. It was basically like a wrecked heap, so they kind of just... It ended up on Dagox 4, where people could just work on it, but it wasn't able to like fly off, as far as they knew. But anything before that, it's not just gone. With your natural 20, you can tell it was purposely wiped.
Oh, okay. Strange. Well, that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to piloting the ship now.
Okay. As you're just guiding it through the drift, trying to compensate for the unfortunate extra time that was due to your piloting check there. S, do you want to do anything as you are going through this drift travel?
I want to talk to Tosh.
Zatosh? Okay, so yeah, the crew quarters have pretty much been divvied up already. Zatosh is basically in what amounts to his room. He's sort of like scribbling into a notebook that he found. When you
What you up to?
Oh, I was just making some notes of some things I thought of whilst on Dagox 4. They wouldn't give me anything to write with. So I just had to remember everything that I thought of. So I'm just trying to write that all down so I never forget it.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's very sciencey, very complex. I don't know if you would be interested in that sort of thing.
You saying I'm stupid?
No, it's just and then if you've ever seen a bug man sweat, that's what he's doing right. It's just it's a very acquired taste of interests.
Actually, I don't think I would understand it.
He sort of like sighs in relief. Yeah, no, it's just some work that I was doing before I got sent to that hole.
So what got you sent there in the first place?
Well, like I said, some people want to impede the progress of science by putting morality in the way, and unfortunately, those people also control who gets to go to prison.
Right. What are you gonna do now that you're out?
Well, hopefully once the ship is all right, I can go off back to my work. I mean, it might be a little difficult being a criminal and all, but I would very much like to finish my projects. They can't go on without me, and I can't go on without them.
Yeah, I've got my own, I guess, projects that I want to continue.
Yeah, so you know where I'm coming from.
Well, thanks for all your help back there and stuff.
Sure, yeah, I would have used, and he sort of like waves his hands and you can see this sort of energy around them. I would have helped more if I could, but I wasn't really in a position to use my magics. I didn't have any of them like prepared, but I was kind of a good shot, right?
Not bad.
Yeah, and he sort of sits up a bit straight, looks a bit more confident. You can do a perception check if you want to try and get a glimpse of what is in his notebook right now. It's sort of like across the room, but you can give it a squint, see what you can see.
Yeah, I guess I'll try that. I actually have some in perception, so. Oh, 20. Plus.
Oh, like natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Plus
what you see over his shoulder, it looks like a massive, like a plant with several vines reaching off of it, and he has some sort of notes and I guess a language that you don't read, but he has some sort of notes and arrows pointing to like the vines, and he has several around the main root of the plant, and he has like several circles around the root of the plant that he's drawn.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I would quite understand, but interesting.
All right.
I'm just gonna go back to my room, I guess.
He just gives you a little wave and goes back to his work.
All right.
All right. So after your time in the drift, you finally pop out on the other side. There's this slight bit of uncomfortable feeling as you're sort of coming back into real space. But before you see these wide fields of just asteroids of varying size, just sort of hovering through space around you. And at this time, Zatosh and Price have sort of come up to the front, like, I don't know what the name of the
Cockpit.
Cockpit.
Yeah, cockpit, I guess.
Yeah,
Basically.
or like the, if in like a battleship, it would be like the I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I know there's a word for it, but we'll just call it cockpit for now.
Yeah.
The bridge, is it?
Oh yeah, it's the
there you
bridge.
go.
Oh, great.
He returns to the bridge, and so at that point, Satosh says, okay, if I remember correctly, this person, they worked off of an asteroid that had sort of a name around here. The locals call it the abattoir.
Weird.
Abattoir?
Also, it's called the helm of the ship.
Helm, okay.
That's where the steering wheel is.
Well, in this helm bridge. Yeah, you can do again, if you want to bother trying to recognize that, you can do a culture check.
Mine's terrible.
This isn't like an outlaw thing, so it's just a generic, or a mercenary thing, so it's just a general culture check if you want to have some idea.
I have negative, so.
Oh no, it is the bridge of the ship. Oh, this is so confusing. Bridge ships are weird. I got a 23.
23 total.
I got 8.
Oh, sorry, 26.
26?
I can't do math.
And
Yeah.
Deanna, what did you get?
18.
Okay, so you both sort of have like a you know that the abattoir, it's one of the maybe vague things you know about this area, and you've only heard like horror stories about it. Hekato, I guess you know the stories more specifically. You've heard that there was some sort of undead creature around here. There was like a group of pirates that tried to explore this area, but they were attacked by some undead creature, and then that creature made them also like these living zombie pirates, and it forced them to become this deathly crew that steals more souls for their pirate crew.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like that's real smart. So instead of stealing their stuff, they just steal the people.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you've heard about this area.
Oh yeah. And that's why it's cool.
Yep. You can try. Let's see. How would you get there? You can try doing like you need to navigate there, so you can, given Satosh's vague like directions, because it's been a while since he's been here, you can try another piloting check to sort of find your way through.
Would I be able to? Would the computer be able to help?
Yeah, you can try doing a scan with the computers. You can do a computers check.
A computer's check? Okay.
Yeah, I think you should also get some bonus from the ship. But
Right. So I got a
let's go with computers, good.
19.
In total?
Yeah, 19 in total. To for the computer's check.
Okay, yeah, because you're basically astro navigating somewhere you haven't been before. You sort of have an idea of where you could go,
Okay.
given the directions and the
so then
ship's computer.
Right. So I'm going to make my piloting check now.
Yep, to navigate these asteroid fields.
24.
24.
Plus whatever bonus that the computer can help with.
I don't recall that off the top of my head, but I think with that you're able to, even though you haven't been there before, and you realize partway through that your navigation was slightly off again, but you're coming up on what looks like a particularly standout asteroid. You don't really see like any other ships around this particular asteroid. It looks like people are specifically trying to avoid this one, if anything.
Oh, good. Let's go there.
Yeah, this remote asteroid, and yeah, that you get the sense that this is it. And as you're coming around it, Satasha's like, "Yeah, it's that one. I recognize the shape. It's like a peanut."
It's peanut shape. It's like, what's a peanut?
Well, you know, it's something that grows on a plant. Come on, guys.
What?
What's a plant?
It's those green things that come out of the ground.
I've only eaten space bars. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
yeah.
if you ever buy Castrovel, you'll see some real interesting plants there.
I'm just messing with you, Satasha. I know what a peanut is.
Oh, jokes. Ha 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 ha. I understand humor.
I continue to pilot the ship around.
Okay, so you're looking for a space to land. You find, like, as you're coming down closer to this asteroid, you can see, even from high up, you can see sort of like ruins of buildings and stuff. And you're looking for like sort of a clear place to touch down. That is actually another piloting check because you're landing the ship. So much piloting when you're piloting a ship.
Yeah, that would make sense. I rolled a 16.
With your piloting?
Yeah, 16 with piloting.
Okay, it's kind of a rough landing as you find a clear spot to touch down.
It's hovering down, and then I flip the wrong switch and just slams down.
Basically, yeah.
Well, we made it, though.
The ship's AI is like, please be careful when landing. I don't want more scratches.
It's like, sorry.
So you've basically touched down. You're able to kind of get out and explore the area. Satosh walks ahead confidently, as if he starts walking off the ship confidently, as if he like knows where he's going.
I mean, I believe Satosh knows where he's going, so the whole reason why we're here. So let's follow Satosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him, but like a little bit cautiously, kind of looking around, seeing what this place is like. Are there people around, or?
No, it's really quiet.
And what are there?
There's not much of an atmosphere here. Your suits are kind of handling that, but I need a perception check as you're looking around.
Okay. 20. Not 20. Plus
really? Okay.
3.
So you're able to spot this as you just sort of reach out and put a hand on Zatasha's shoulder, realizing that there's a trap up ahead. As suddenly, like, these small turrets pop out, firing red laser beams into this area that Zatasha was just about to walk in. There's this loud pew, 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 as this area is torn up, throwing up rocks and dust all over the place. And then there's the whine as the lasers cool down. And then, bursting out of one of the ruins, you see It looks like a human woman with blonde hair, and she's holding up like this small, like sort of like snub shotgun type of weapon, and she's like, "Hold it right there. Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I was like, "Hi, I'm Kato, and we need our ship fixed on the DL. Can you do that?"
Oh, that's what you're here for. Well, geez, I saw the way you were landing that ship, I thought you were some kind of pirate or something.
Oh no, sorry, I'm just bad at my job.
And then, as you're saying this, she sort of looks off in the distance at the ship from what she can see, and she's like, "Yeah, I get that sense. Sorry about the trap. I've been having some trouble with goblins lately. All right, well, guess I can try to do some work for. Hey, is that Satosh over there?" And Satosh kind of like gives her a bit of a wave. Yeah, I remember him. And then since I guess S, you're kind of like the closest one now, she just sticks a hand out and says, "I'm Ariel, by the way. Ariel Winvern."
I'm still kind of hesitant a little bit, but I shake her hand and my name is Jhaotess.
As you're shaking her hand, you take notice that which side is it on? Her right hand is entirely mechanical. It's entirely robotic. And getting up closer to her now, you can see that the same is true of her leg, her right leg, and sort of part of the right side of her face, even going over the eye a little bit.
Ooh, cool. Well, I'm not going to say anything because that would be rude. Okay.
Okay.
Noted.
Sorry, can I have the name again?
Her name is Ariel Winvern. That's W-Y-N.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so y'all need your ship fixed, huh?
Yes, we do. Satosh told us that we could find help here.
Well, Satosh was never very good at keeping secrets. I guess that's why he ended up in prison. She says this over your shoulder to Satosh. But, yeah, alright, I can help you out. For a fee, of course.
How much are we talking? We
What?
don't have money.
As she's about to answer this, you hear this, sort of chittering sound. As coming out of the same building she came out of, there's this small furry creature suddenly comes bounding out. It's, this creature, it's like 3 feet tall. It has sort of like these fully black eyes, these pointy ears. It's got 4 arms, and in one of those arms, it's holding a wrench, and it's kind of like rushing forward to attack you until suddenly Ariel steps in the way to hold it back, like, "Whoa, whoa! Hold on there, little feller. Sorry about that. This is Lipo. He's my assistant around here. He showed up with... Yeah, he's a cute little guy, ain't he? Real feisty, too, but great with a wrench. He showed up with a group of Vesk pirates that came by a while back, but they were in a rush to catch up with some freighter, and they left without him.
Vesk, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't assuming you know him. I ain't assuming all Vesk know all Vesk, but, you know, maybe you do. But anywho, they came by, they left, but they forgot this little guy here. And he's been helping me out. Even took on a goblin or two, but you know how goblins are. They just ran off. Now, we can start talking about payment for the repairs of the ship.
Right.
Well, I'm going to be real with you. We don't actually have any money.
Uh-huh.
And we just got out of prison.
You sure did.
So, how about we kill some goblins for you?
You know what? I was just about to suggest that.
Hmm.
Perfect.
You know what? You fellers also might want to get out of them prison uniforms before someone starts coming and looking for you. I heard about this escape, but I thought it was only one guy that got out. I didn't know it was a whole bunch of you.
Well, we're not all prisoners, but
Yeah, no, I heard it was. I heard someone broke out, some sort of cult member or something from that prison. Someone who's in this high security area. It's all everyone's been talking about. I guess they forgot about you.
oh, okay.
Well, all right then. If you're here to do some work, let's get some work out of you so you can pay for your ship. Now this whole area here, it's known as the abattoir. There was some story about some undead thing living around here. Rumors made it great for keeping folks out of my area when I didn't want them around. It's good for having a secret shop wherein one can do work that is, let's call it less than legal. But unfortunately, a band of goblins, they crashed their shuttle or whatever it was. Some ways off in that direction, and she sort of just points in a certain way. Now, this asteroid used to be part of a planet. It looked like it was part of a small town. They had some sort of temple up that ways, and that's where those things are holed up now. So, ever since then, they've been raiding my shop, stealing supplies, breaking down vehicles that people have come and get repaired. And that's ruining my reputation. And reputation is important in this here part of space. So, if you fellas can head on up there and take care of them, well, I'll fix your ship for you. You'll save me a ton of money, so let's just say that's the price of my services. You deal with that goblin problem, and I'll deal with your, Geez, that ship's real beat up. What'd you do to her?
We found her that way. I'm surprised it even flew.
You're surprised.
Speaking of Price, is Price with us?
Yeah.
I introduced Price to Ariel. I'm like, Ariel, this is Price.
Yeah, she shakes his hand. He's all clammy.
he's real new to this kind of stuff, so take it easy on him.
Oh, he's real new, huh? Only, I mean, he doesn't look tough at all. You sure you want to take him with you? You want to leave him here?
I think maybe he'd be better off helping you here somehow.
Yeah.
Sure, could always use an extra set of hands.
And
this little guy only comes with two. 2 sets,
and
that
Zatosh.
is. Yep.
2. And Zatosh is probably going to stay as well, right?
That's up to you guys, pretty much. You can decide if you want to bring Price and Zatosh along.
Well, Zatosh has his magic stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, Zatosh is like... frick, Zatosh's voice. Zatosh is like, yeah, I'm ready for a fight. I can handle a fight. Damn it, their voices are too similar. I can handle a fight. As he's trying to puff his chest up and look real tough.
Yeah, okay, so we'll bring Zatosh. We'll leave Price to figure out his existence in life right now.
Maybe another time, Price.
Yeah.
As you're going, Price sort of like pulls you aside and is like, "Hey, you sure you trust this lady?"
I don't know, Price. I'm a criminal, so I guess like I can't really trust anyone, can I?
That's not very comforting.
I mean, worst case scenario, S will just shoot her in the face.
Well, I'd probably more likely hit her, but...
Oh, yeah.
I do have a laser rifle as well.
Okay, well, I guess I could, stay here and keep an eye on her then.
Yeah, keep an eye on the ship, too.
You got it.
Thanks, Price.
Price sort of nods as you head off. So you're bringing Zatosh, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Zatosh's voice. Sort of nasally. Okay, so as you're heading up that way, so walking along, you can see sort of again, Ariel mentioned that this part of the asteroid used to be part of what looked like it was part of a city. And but the entire thing is obviously in ruins, and it has been for centuries or millennium even. It's the buildings are basically all leveled, covered in patches of dust and debris. But as you're heading towards what looked like it might have been some sort of religious district in the city, you can see, I guess, like the tallest building in the area, even though like the center of it is like fully collapsed inwards. It looks like it might have been some sort of temple to something. So you can start heading in that direction. And I need a perception check from you guys, please.
Okay. Oh, it's not so good. I got an 11.
Okay. Hekato. And I'll roll one for Zatosh, actually.
Let's see. 19.
19?
Wow.
Okay, so you're all just sort of walking towards this area, keeping an eye out for any sort of movement or anything like that. As you're walking forward, you hear this sudden clicking sound right in front of you, and then a massive boom as a mine goes off.
Like right next to us?
Yep, and I need a reflex save now.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think evasion works the same way
Yep.
as Pathfinder, right?
Yeah.
I got a 21.
Okay.
I got 6.
And Zatosh got 13. Okay. So, Hekato, Zatosh, they take half of this. S, you take 9 points of damage as this explosion goes off right in front of you.
9 points of damage?
Yeah. Hekato, you have evasion.
Yes, I do.
So you succeeded, so you take no damage, I believe.
Yes, no damage.
Okay, and Zatosh is taking half of that. As this mine goes off, blowing shrapnel everywhere. And then you can hear these chattering sounds as a few goblins just start like pulling themselves up out of the debris. You can see right now there's like 2 on either side of you within these buildings like 40 feet away. And I need initiatives.
No.
Yeah. Fighting goblins.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it's a real classic.
A real classic. Looks like it's gonna be a shootout in this town. So I rolled a 9.
Hold on. Got a rapid response +4 to init.
Yeah.
So I don't have that on there, I guess. Do I have that?
Yeah, you should
Wait,
put that in the
it's already
miscellaneous box for your initiative. Oh, it's already calculated in?
It doesn't change. The number doesn't change when I put it there, so.
Okay, yeah. So
Let
your
me just
initiative is
roll it.
+5.
That would be
20, sorry, what?
22.
Okay. And let me add up my gobos. We're all gonna act on the same turn. Okay. So, S, you have the first move. You see 2 goblins up on your... 2 goblins, like, they pop out of the buildings on your left, and 2 more on your right, but one of the ones on your right, it has this sort of, like, metallic plating attached to its head. It's sort of... It looks like all sort of goblin tech does. It looks like metal scrap taped together and glued together and stapled together with whatever they could find. You even see, like, an exposed circuit board there that's attached to this goblin's like face right now.
How far away are they?
40 feet.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try and shoot him with the laser rifle. Do I have to like load it or something?
I'm gonna assume you already had that loaded.
Okay.
I don't know why you did walking without it loaded.
I don't know.
Kind of silly.
So I got a 19 plus the number next to the.
Sorry, say again. You just kind of cut out.
Is it plus the number next to like the weapon?
Yeah,
Okay, so I got 23.
23 to hit. That's for
Yeah.
sure a hit. Roll me some
Yeah.
damage, please.
8 plus the. Well, that's 4 damage then. But there's also the. Oh, that's crit. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
The 4.
So even with this laser blast, you just sort of like blast into this goblin's chest, and it sort of like falls back like a. Just kind of falls back into the debris. Actually, sorry. Which one were you aiming at?
Um.
One of the normal ones or the metal one? Because then that's actually a different thing.
I'm gonna aim at the normal one next to the metal. one.
Okay, yeah. So that thing just like instantly dies from this shot.
Okay, cool.
Okay, next up is the goblins.
Oh no.
So there's only 2 left. They are going to. One's going to take a shot at. Actually, they're all going to take a shot at you individually because this is a trap. So first one. Let's take the first one. Is going for Kato.
Why Kato?
Because I'm cool like that.
Because he doesn't like Kato's hair.
Hey!
Oh, Jesus Christ. The goblin raises its laser to shoot you. It's got this wicked grin on its face. You can see its broken teeth. And it pulls the trigger, and suddenly the gun just clicks. It pulls it again. There's like this clicking sound. The gun starts to rattle and shake. Sorry, I gotta... Oh, fuck me. The gun explodes in the goblin's hand.
Is this one of the normal goblins?
Yeah, this is one of the other ones on the other side.
And what did you roll?
I rolled 2 ones in a row.
Oh wow.
So
That's
That's
awesome.
goblins, they have a what's called an unstable junk laser. The thing with this weapon, it's basically the same as a normal like laser pistol, but when you roll a 1, you have to do a 18 engineering check, or the gun will explode. But I rolled a 1 for that engineering check,
All right.
so the gun exploded.
Wow.
Kato, you're just fine.
Yeah, see, I didn't even flinch.
Wow. As the other one's gonna take a shot at Zatosh. Oh, that's a little better. What's Zatosh's EAC? Can't believe I got 2 ones. Oh, Zatosh is gonna take a hit, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Zatosh gets winged by some laser fire. He doesn't look great. This metal-looking goblin is instead gonna go for you, S. And
Yeah.
you see it's carrying a similar weapon, but as it pointed at you, sort of like this series of lights glows on the metal plating that's on their head.
Mm-hmm.
And they, oh really? I am not rolling well today at all. I'm going to assume that a 11 doesn't hit you.
For what EAC?
For EAC, yes.
I have 16, no.
So it shoots its laser at you and totally misses, and it looks real frustrated about that. And I feel real frustrated about that. Okay, Kato, it's your turn.
So there's one more goblin on my side, right?
There's one on each side, a normal one by you, and this metal-looking one by S.
Okay. So I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to designate the metal goblin for my operative. How far away is it?
40 feet.
40 feet? Perfect. So I'm going to make an acrobatics check to get there, to make him flat-footed.
Okay, and you have to do a check over its 20 plus its CR, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I rolled a 31.
Yep. It is not a CR 11 goblin.
I hope not. That would be scary. Right, so now he's flat-footed, and I'm going to run and kind of slide and then shoot it once I get there.
All right.
Oh, yes, that's actually a nice roll. 21 to hit with he's being flat-footed.
Yeah, he's definitely hit.
Great. So
Roll
now
me
I
some
take-
damage.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool. So that's 7 points of damage.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, and now I'm right in his face.
Okay. Satosh is up next. He is carrying like a, he did have one of the pistols on him. But instead he's going to, oh, he only has healing spells. Actually, no. He's going to use his, he puts his hands like close to his head and he's warming up some attack. Actually, no. Nah, he wouldn't do that. He's smarter than that. He's just going to shoot at it. He was going to do a magic thing, but he rolled a 4. So Satosh,
Oh, no.
Satosh completely misses. What's with my NPCs today? I'm using different dice. Anyways, we're back up top with S.
How far can I move?
I think your speed's 30.
I also have, like, rapid response has plus 10 speed. Could I make
Oh,
it?
right. You know, you can move 40 then.
So I could move to one of them.
You could move to one of them, yes.
So I want to go to the metal one.
Yep.
And then I want to try and hit him with my hammer.
Yep.
Okay. Come on. Better this time. Come on. Never mind. It's not good. 14.
14 to hit. It is kinetic AC. That just barely hits.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
It's good that they suck.
They're not very strong. This one does seem stronger than the average goblin, but the other ones are, I mean, they got taken out pretty easily.
Yeah, I like how that one just blew up. Trying
It's
to
because
shoot
of
us.
my hair.
The light reflected off of it.
So I got 9.
9 damage?
Yes.
Okay, it is already looking pretty bad. You can see sparks coming off of the tech that it's sort of like stapled into itself. Okay, Goblin's up next. The normal looking one is just gonna try to take a shot at, it's gonna shoot at, who's the most dangerous one here? Probably S. So it's gonna shoot at S. Wow. I don't even want to look at these dice anymore. I feel betrayed. Does a 12 hit you? Your EAC?
No.
Yeah, I thought not. Yeah, you just hear this. You hear this laser sort of ping off the wall to your right side. The one right in front of you, though, it's going to take a guarded step like 5 feet away from you,
Okay.
just to move out of like melee combat, like away from both of you. And it's going to, again, it's aiming at you. You can see it's like its hands are shaking, but as the light on the metal plating on its head glows, its hands get steadier, its aim seems to get a bit better, and it's gonna roll for an attack.
Okay.
God. Actually, no.
Oh,
This is actually pretty good. No, it's a 12 again. It's
For
exactly
KAC?
Yeah, to
Wait, no.
EAC. I'm sorry, EAC.
EAC. Well, that doesn't work. No.
No, it sure doesn't. You hear another laser blast. Somehow it hits the same spot.
He's so close to me.
Yeah, I know, he really is. After the goblins is Hekato. So you're up there with the metal-looking one. It just missed its shot. It's looking pretty scared right now.
Okay.
The other one hasn't been hit yet.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna make sure. I'm like gonna like run past it, and when I pass it, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
So acrobatics check to for operative. Oh, I rolled a natural 20. So
Yeah, okay.
I did it.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna roll for my attack now. That is a 22.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't even have to
My
check.
dice are on fire today. And then I rolled a 3. plus another 3, 7 points of damage again.
It actually doesn't matter what you rolled because I had 1 HP anyway.
Oh, cool.
So what are you attacking it with? Your laser?
Yeah, my laser pistol.
As you're making this laser shot, it like shears through the metal plating on this thing's face. It like explodes offwards, and then the goblin collapses.
That thing was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why I put any effort into making it. Zatosh is gonna take his shot. He's not gonna throw away his shot. Ooh! There we go, now he's done it. Okay.
Nice.
Good shot, Zatosh. And yeah, he basically just like wings this goblin. He hurts it a little bit. He just kind of like gets a shot into the shoulder. He's real happy about it though. And S.
I'm proud of him. Nice one.
Yeah. So from your movement, this goblin is now about like 80 feet away from you.
Oh wait, it's my turn?
Yeah. Zatosh just
Okay.
went. He got that shot off. It only hurt like a little bit.
80 feet. I guess I'll try and shoot him from here then. Or should I move closer and then shoot? I guess I could.
Whatever
all the
you
way
so
up.
choose.
Does it make a difference? No.
Your rifle has a range of 120 feet.
So I could just shoot him from here.
You-
Alright,
you could
let's
certainly
try it.
You could also miss.
Yeah, I don't know. I could.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. This is the luckiest goblin in the world. As your laser fire just sort of goes wide, firing off into the air. Next this goblin's gonna...
He must be pretty scared now.
Yeah, he is. He is actually gonna just run away. He's just going to do, he's gonna take both of his move actions, just run, and Goblin's speed, I believe, is just 30. Oh no, it's 35. Okay, so in that time he's able to run like 70 feet in the opposite direction.
Wow.
So, unless either of you care to give chase.
I will. I have jet dash, so I can.
So you're gonna
What's
just
it?
boost after
Yes.
him.
Yeah, so it's 6 times my movement speed. My movement speed is 40, so I get to move.
You can move more than
240.
100. Well, no, 80 plus another 70. You can. It's probably within that. I would assume that's within that range, like 150.
No, it's actually 240.
Yeah, so you can definitely catch up to him.
Yeah, so I'm going to give chase because he will warn everybody else.
I mean, you don't know. He might just be trying to get away. All right, so you jet dash after this goblin. Are you able to? Is that just a move action for you to jet dash?
No, it's a full run action. It's like the run. It's the same action as this goblin.
Okay, I see. So
Yeah.
basically, you're both like 150 feet away.
So yeah, I'm gonna run and get in front of him.
Okay. So you sort of like pop up in front of this goblin, and it's just kind of like screeches to a halt.
Yeah, and then I have my knife out, so it's like if he tries to get around me, I can immediately as attack of opportunity.
Okay, Zatosh is gonna start moving in that direction, but his speed is only 30. So he's able to get like, by taking both of his move actions, he's able to get like up there. But when he gets up there, he's like out of breath from running, so he doesn't do anything else. So we're back at the top with S. Hekato just dashed off after this goblin that was running away. Zatosh followed him.
How far could I run? Can I catch up? I don't know.
Your speed is 40, so you can move 40
Right.
feet. They're about fairish distance away. I don't think you moved from the building before they started running, so you're still like
No, I didn't.
You're still like 150-ish feet away.
So I guess I'll move towards them, but I can't go all the way.
No, but again, your rifle has a range of 120.
Alright, well I guess I'll try and shoot from here. How close am I now?
If you move 40 feet,
40.
you're like 110.
Oops. That was an accident.
Okay, well, you can roll on
That-
purpose.
Yes, I did. That would be 20, not natural 20.
About 20 total. Yeah, that's enough. Roll your damage.
Okay.
As you raise your laser rifle, aim at this goblin.
That would be 9.
Okay, you know what? Describe your final blow on this one normal goblin that tried to run away.
Just I aim right for his head and pull the trigger.
And this laser bolt, it shoots out across this ruined plain and just
Pretty far too.
right through the head.
Nice.
Hekato, like as you move in front of this thing and it skids to a stop. From your position, you see this bolt come from a fairly far distance away. It's actually an impressive shot, and it strikes this goblin, and it falls to the ground in front of you. This ruined plain is quiet once again. You see this temple, this broken temple still looming in the distance. And we are going to take a break for now. Then we'll come back and you will invade this temple and maybe fight more goblins, who knows? They might be better.
With the possibility of repairs for their ship, promised by a mysterious mechanic and her furry assistant, the Renegades have set out to fight a crew of goblins. What dangers await them on this asteroid, and what ancient mysteries do the ruins hold? Find out next time on Renegades of the Drift.